Okay, I want to show you how I did this BlackBerry scalp today. Okay, here's the trade right here. It's the BlackBerry flip. I had an existing position at 15.13. I added to that position because I want to trade it in the next few days. I loaded at 14.77 out at 15.23. So those of you that are intraday traders, whoops, hang on, that was $29. You want me to try that again? Yeah, that's a good 46 cents or $40, $46 basically per stock lot. So that's something for you to consider. I just want you to look at the timing. So here's what I did. I opened up my intraday numbers. You could do this on the weekly, but I use the intraday. So I'm going to plot the major RN right here at 1431. So I go up, click resistance, and I go to 1531. Right here, you see it? 1531 right there. You guys see that? So I go to 1531 and I drop my resistance line. I already have, let me edit that so you can see it. I already have another number up there, oops, up there that was these super RNs. Notice how on 4.2 it came up and tapped that number, that 1547 I've given you many times. If you go back and look at that live document, I've noted that many, many times. So it is a super RN. Let me turn it so you can see it. Guys, don't discount these RNs. They are so powerful. So 1531, this is what I would trade for the week actually. But I'm just going to do this now for exercise, and these numbers are still pretty accurate. Then I would plot 1488. You see the next number? 1488. So I come over here. And I look, oops, I dropped the wrong line. Let me get rid of that. I go down to 1488. Okay, I'm going to go down to 1488 and drop this line. 1488. Some of you are just making this harder than it is. There's 1488. Drop the line. All right, I go over to my major secondaries, which is what I'm looking at. I look at the majors and then the majors. That's what I look for. I see 1531 and 1536 right here. So I know that's a major. I look at 1488, 1477, 1493. So 1488 is right in the middle, so I know I'm pretty good with a major. But I'm going to plot the 1477 because it is a major. So I'm going to go down to 1477 over on the right. Look here, 1477. See how I go down? I don't know if I can get to it. Yeah, I can. 1477. I wasn't sure with my options, when I go to webinar if it would work. So I plot my line at 1477. I'm not going to plot 1493 because it's right in the middle and I'm pretty good, but I could plot that if I wanted to. It's just so close to the 1488. That I don't really see any reason to plot that. 1463 is very close to the 1563 is very close to the 1560 that I have up here as a super RN, so I'm going to leave it. All right, this is yesterday. So I would have plotted this. Let's pretend I plotted this for the week. Or at night if I think I want to trade BlackBerry and I want to go and plot the intraday. I could do that. In the morning if I see BlackBerry looks like it's moving, that's what I could do. All right, let's fast forward, okay? I'm just going to move this just a little bit forward. Here's 4 o'clock. If you see 1400, here's the afternoon hours of yesterday. Let's get to today. And I purposely did this because I want to look at this with you. I'm to the point now where I don't have to plot these. I just keep my RNs up. I don't even plot them. I don't need to go to that extra step because I'm watching them. But sometimes I do. All right, so here we go. We've opened a 4-3, which is today, and we have gapped down. Notice that we've gapped down, and we come right to this 1461 level. 1489 level. Right to it, guys. We had this number yesterday. So at any rate, here we go. We're trading this, and I think I gave this number in the room because I really shorted it at 1461. I got in late. Here's my short on the break of 1489. The 1488 over here with this major RN, that's my short right there to go short. So I got in late. You saw me trading other things. You saw me running my fat mouth. Here we go down. Here, these are 3-minute candles. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 minutes in. Look at us. Boom. Right here at 1477. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. But I'm looking at this for a possible bounce later in the day because I know BlackBerry, it was up pre-market. So chances are if it's up pre-market, I can usually get a good trade with it during the day. So I'm watching for it. It's getting beat up here a little bit. And we'll go to the next one. 1477 has me intrigued. I'm 15 minutes in. Here's the next 3-minute candle. Remember, that's 18 minutes in. Remember the first 20 minutes, I'm going to be extremely cautious about what I do. Extremely cautious. As a matter of fact, if you notice what time I entered this trade, I didn't enter this trade until 11:43-ish. 11:43-ish. Okay? So I'm waiting and letting things calm down a little bit. And I actually could have pulled this trade 1477 up to $15 and grabbed 32 cents right there, but I didn't. Because again, wrong time of the morning. I'm already trading other trades. It's the wrong time. So I'm watching it. Here we've got a hammer showing us a potential reversal here. It's not really a hammer, but it's close. And here we sit. They're still not giving me confirmation at all. Not giving me confirmation at all. Everything's tapping around this 1489. And then we break the 1489, and that's when I was looking at ready to go short. And I really got in too late. This should have been my short. Again, the time would have been perfect. If you count the candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candles. So 12 times 3 is 36 minutes. It's 5 after 10. That is a perfect time. That was my actual second trigger to go short. But you know, I'm running my mouth in there, typing and blah, 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 running these accounts. But there was my second trade. So here we go. And you see that we're still coming down into the, this candle brings us down to 1481. Should have shorted it right there at 1489 and been done with it. And that would have been a beautiful trade. Look here, beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. Took it out right here at 1477. I gave you in the room another Super RN at 1469. So I'm going to plot that just simply because one of my charts has it at 1469. Remember, these are not exact, but they give you a good close feel. Why is that? There it goes, plotted. All right, so 1469 should have been my exit from 1489 to 1469. I'm teaching you this because those of you that trade options, when you're doing momentum options, you want to learn to look for candles if you're doing intraday trading. So here we go down to 1460, 1461, which is where I got in. And it was just because of the timing. I saw BlackBerry breaking, and I thought, you know what? Looks like it's going to go. I actually missed the trade. 1461 was the low, if you look over here, and then it was ready to pivot and go again. However, this has given me the signal to go long. Look, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 27, 30. There's 30 minutes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more candles. Okay, so I'm right at my time frame that I want to go long. And I'm starting to look to see where it's going to go. So it's pivoted to 1469, and the next one's 1477. I go long on the break of the candle close above 1477. Of 1477. Now let's go over. 3-minute candle. I don't have it yet. I don't have it, but that's what I'm watching. We're back down to test 1469. Remember, we had these numbers ahead of time. We had these numbers ahead of time, so I keep watching. I don't see my trigger yet, but I did see it because I set it to go at 1477. When I see some of these candles in here, and when it's in this tight range, that's what I'm looking for. And almost, we're just above it right there, but I like these last few green volume candles. So I'm watching, and I pull the trigger. The volume wanes. Look how the volume wanes. The ADX is pointing down, so that's showing me the trend still where it is. I need to see that ADX starting to point and starting to turn if I can. All right, here we go. It's based. It stayed in this tight range, and we're about to break above 1477. I actually pulled the trigger. I actually pulled the trigger a little early, but it was a beautiful time to pull it because look here, up we go to 1494. That candle gave me the confirmation at 1477. And I could set my stop, if I'm intraday trading, 1477. I could set my stop down here about 1462, 1461. Okay, if I'm going long, I want to set a stop. So I've got about 15, 16 cents risk on this trade. Look at this volume, this candle right here. I'm confirmed. I'm in this trade and I'm up. Up I go. Here we go. We're just 3-minute candles right here. Up we go. Now I've got 1, 2, 3 candles, 3 candles straight up, and I'm ready to start looking for some profit in here. I'm already 32 cents up. And actually this candle went up into 1404, 1405. So I'm actually about 36 cents up, $36 per stock lot. So I'm cool with taking my profits there. So I take some off the table. Whoops, I just hit that too quickly. Take some off the table right there. And I do that because it's 3 bars up. Remember, I told you this doesn't go up all the time. And sure enough, the next 3 minutes, I've got my red candle. So I'm still holding some, thinking that I might be able to go up to the close of yesterday. So that's my thought process. If it had come back down and tapped the 1489, we will go again. And so I held on to it, and you see that it kind of, oh boy, I'm sorry, I've just got fast fingers. But anyway, you see that it based right around this 1489. There's probably a number a little closer to that, which looks like it's about 1491. And I probably could have pulled that one. Look here at 1493. See it over here in the major? 1493 would have probably given me a closer number. Look, I'm going to plot that. Probably give me a little closer number, knowing that this is basing somewhere around 1488 to 1493. But anyway, I held those as long as it's holding to 1489. As long as it's holding, I hold my next one. Here we go. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, and boom, there we go. And we've got these candles up. The minute I see red, I bail. This one took me up to 1517. 1516, 1517, somewhere along in there. Again, there's our sell-off. Back down to tap. Surprise, 1493. And anyway, it did pull a little bit later up to 1425. Notice how it tapped off this base, took off again. Once it hit here, then I'm ready to pretty much, take most of it off the table and see if it'd go on up to the next RN. It just wasn't able to make it. But how exciting to sit there and day trade that. You need to be in the room with us to trade some of these intraday trades like that. And I want to get this group so that we can catch these. If you're trading options, you've got to move somewhere around 1477 to 1525. 1477 to 1525. So you got a 48 cents move. So you need something that has at least a 12 to 20 cents delta. If you're too far out of the money, that won't pull. But if you're in the money, closer, with something with a 12 cents delta to 20 cents delta, you could have scalped that out beautifully. And it was just a little scalp. I just wanted to show you that because I trade BlackBerry all the time. Okay? All right. Thank you.